Hey everyone, markets remain very volatile. Let's have a look at Apple, which has had a pretty severe drop. If you look at this from peak to trough, this is sort of a couple of years time frame on shares of Apple, and you can see from the peak to the most recent lows here is about a 30% drawdown. We are seeing this stock getting to a point where we might be in for a bit of a bounce. Now we can draw all sorts of lines here. Some of them kind of draw themselves. Some of them are a bit more arbitrary. I always say when markets are more volatile, it's better to kind of draw your lines, if that's what you're into, with a crayon as opposed to with a pencil. And so we're getting into this sort of area of support, which is somewhere between, on the very high end, like 200 to 160. That's a very wide area. I'm going to say it's closer to 180 to about 160, so about a 20-point range. But we do think the stock here is getting a bit oversold. It might be able to bounce a little bit. We're not expecting this to be a V-shaped recovery. Again, we've talked about this now for a long time. We think this V-shaped recovery, sort of 10-year stretch, 12-year stretch, whatever you want to call it, back to all-time highs. We think that time is over. But more importantly, we like to do things proprietary. And so our Vertical X Pro indicator, which is giving us signals only when there's an extreme level of oversold or an extreme level of overbought. And that indicator is finally printing us an extreme level of oversold reading for the first time in, gosh, I don't even remember last time we got this. So it's not yet ready for us to pounce. We're still waiting for a day without this little arrow printing. This might come in the next day or two. Still patient, but I did want to put it on everyone's radar. It's important. I think every trader and investor should have an algorithm, an indicator of some sort that tells you when something is like just stupidly oversold or stupidly overbought. And there's a difference between something being a little bit or a lot oversold or overbought and like crazy. So we're getting an initial signal. It's not an outright clear to buy the stock. Again, it's a trading call even once it is, as opposed to an investing call. We don't think these V-shaped recoveries are gonna bring these stocks back to all-time highs anytime soon. But from a trading perspective, we're getting close to it. Hope it helps. See you in the next video.